By Hannes du Buisson, who's the Bemawu spokesperson. Thanks very much for joining us. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
All right, so great news for the workers. Tell us the journey that took us here. We just heard from the CEO now that the suspension of the 189, the 189 process has been taken off the table.
Yes, we are ecstatic. We are very happy. I must say that it's the first time in months that I'm here at the SABC where I've seen people smiling and happy people. We believe that that is the right decision from the side of the SABC. What has happened is that, of course, in December the board became incorporated, and then the Section 189 process had to stop, and the SABC then suspended that process. We kept on talking to the SABC and advised them that that is not the route to go, that it is going to cause untold harm to the SABC as an organization. We are very close to elections, and to make those kind of changes to the SABC is, of course, could be impacting on the SABC's ability to deliver on its mandate. So we were then called on the at the end of the process that the initial notice period that was given, and we were then today informed that the SABC has decided to completely stop the retrenchment process, to then work with the SABC employees and unions to review the structure of the SABC. There is also, as the CEO has said, a skills audit that must be conducted. It is envisaged that that process will take about 14 months to complete, and of course in that process it will be looked at whether there are employees that is not properly and at the right place placed, and there is an obligation on the SABC then to retrain those people, find jobs for them, and of course in terms of the new digital setup that the SABC is going in, we believe that everyone will be accommodated.
So what does that mean for freelance employees as well, because they were part of a process of downsizing? What happens when their contracts expire, a lot of them at the end of March? Are they also deemed to be safe?
We believe so, definitely so. Remember, they were included in this process from the beginning. The SABC said they want to get rid of 1,000 permanent employees and then fix them and freelance contracts as well. We believe that freelancers will also be covered by this particular decision. Freelancers at the SABC has been abused for many years. We have raised this issue with the SABC on several occasions. There are people working for the SABC on a continuous basis for 10, 15, 20 years, still being freelancers here every day, and we are going to engage the SABC in particular on freelancers, and because we need to look at those type of contracts as well.
All right, so to be clear, for at least 14 months, the SABC has assured employees that no one's going to be fired in terms of a retrenchment process, and only after that period of time, the skills audit is done, will there be another look at the staffing needs, and those that perhaps are in the wrong jobs with the wrong skills, then a solution needs to be found for them.
That's correct. Well, we don't want to tie this to 14 months, although that we believe that, look, an employer is entitled to at any time issue a retrenchment notice to its employees based on operational requirements. But we believe that in this consultation process that is going to happen outside a Section 189 process, we believe that we will be able to find the SABC to ensure that no employee at the SABC will lose his or her job as a result of a retrenchment process.
All right, so you know the whole reason for this retrenchment process was the SABC run out of money. How has the situation changed? Have we suddenly found cash, or have they found other ways to plug the holes?
Well, I think maybe they found the millions that Mr. Motseneng left here, which he said he has left here. No, I think the SABC has managed to, through proper control and through proper processes, to save a lot of money. I think we know that there's a lot of contracts and tenders and processes that went wrong. There's a lot of people that milk the SABC through those processes. It seems that the SABC has been very firm and strong on stopping that and recovering some of that money. So we believe that there was a substantial saving as a result of that. Of course, there's a lot of people that left the SABC due to the uncertainty. They've decided to resign and go somewhere else. People retired. So in any event, that number that was cited in the first notice of retrenchment would have not been relevant and correct at this point in time. So I think that the SABC made a lot of savings and that they will continue to make savings. Of course, we would like employees, now that this threat and this axe is no longer there, that that all of us work together, that we ensure that we have a stable, financially viable, productive SABC. It is good for everyone and, of course, for the country.
All right, and then perhaps finally, I mean, one of the issues that keeps coming up a lot, particularly in the public sector, is that some of these state-owned enterprises are overstaffed. We hear it at Eskom, SAA, and there's been that accusation at the SABC. As a labour union, is that something that you're concerned about, that maybe there are too many people at the SABC, in which case, what do you do?
We don't know if there's too many people. And that was our complaint from the beginning, where we said to the SABC, we do not know. You cannot thumb suck a figure and then say this is the number of people that the SABC has in access. So in this process of the skills audit and the structure and all of that, we believe that we would be able then to have a clearer picture. As we sit here today, we do not have that information that the SABC indeed is overstaffed, and I don't think that the SABC itself has that figure. So if it then happens that there are too many people, then of course, as I said earlier, we need then to reskill those people. The SABC, there were suggestions made today that the SABC must start insourcing again some of its productions. In 1997, during the McKinsey process, some consultancy firm advised the SABC to do away with in-house productions, which is the core business of the SABC, and we believe that was a very, very wrong decision at the time. So we believe that there are opportunities for employees, even if there are too many, that they be accommodated somewhere else. And then, of course, the allegation that has been made by the SABC that there are too many managers at the SABC, and you have managers that's not reporting to anyone. That is due to a defective or dysfunctional HR system at the SABC, where there is no career progression and where people had to be promoted to what is called a managerial scale to keep them inside the SABC, to keep those critical skills inside the SABC, and we believe that those are things that needs to be rectified in terms of looking at the new structure and then to sort out those kind of problems. All
right, Hannes, we're going to have to leave it there, but thanks very much indeed for sharing your thoughts with us and clearing things up for the labour portion of the SABC. Thanks so much indeed.
Thank you very much.
All right. Okay, that's where we're going to leave it for the time being. Great news for employees of the public broadcaster. Palesa?